Hey guys, welcome back for another video. This is a video on hair, and I haven't done a hair curling tutorial in a while, so I felt like this would be very appropriate to update it, especially since the summer months are coming, and I love wearing beachy waves in the summer. So I'm going to show you how I create these beachy waves, what curling iron I use, what products I use, how I curl it. So if you want to see that, just keep watching. I just got out of the shower and I just blow dried my hair and I combed it a little bit. I'm just going to comb it through the ends a little bit more. My hair is super thick, so it has a mind of its own, honestly. And I'm just going to part it into two sections. So I'm going to leave one in the front and put one in the back. And I've been letting my curling iron heat up a little bit next to me. This is the Numi 1.5 inch. I'm going to leave the link in the description for you so you can check it out. So like I said, I'm going to start with one section first and then I'm going to do the other section. So I'm just going to take small pieces, like probably an inch, if not less, like this. I'm just going to take it with one hand, wrap it around the wand. I'm going to leave, like, let's say 4 inches, 5 inches out from the bottom, just kind of pulling on it like this, just to create more of that natural beachy look. That way the curls are just not super defined and they don't look like Shirley Temple curls. I'm gonna hold it for about 20 seconds in this position before I pick up another piece. This is what it looks like when I let go. I'm just gonna hold it in the palm of my hand a little bit just to let it cool in this position and it stays as curly as possible, and then I just release it like that. So the best way to create curls that look really voluminous is to make sure that they go in separate directions. So this one is going outwards. This one, I'm gonna curl it inwards. This way the curls don't all end up bunching together and just creating this one big curl. You have different variety of curls, and that way it looks more voluminous, and at the very end when you run your fingers through it, that's what gives you that beachy look. So again, I'm just letting a little section at the bottom go while curling that top all the way up as close as I can to the roots. And once I let it go, I'm just going to hold it like this and kind of cup it and just make sure it cools. I feel like that kind of holds the curl. And then I'm just going to let it go. So I did one going this way, one going inside. I'm going to do the next one curling outwards. So I'm still just taking some random pieces, curling them inward and inward again, just going through that same sequence. And once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. You don't even think about it anymore. Okay, so pretty much this entire side is curled. I left the kind of front bang parts just so I can show you how I curl them. They're not really bangs, to be honest. They're just like a little bit shorter to frame my face. But I do curl them differently just because I want them to stay, just because they are in front of my face. I want them to look a little bit more uniformed. So I do the same thing, but I hold it for a lot longer because if anything, like if all else fails, I want like the front parts here and here to look curled. And then so I'm going to take this first section. I also take much thinner sections, so this is probably like 1/2 inch of hair. And then I leave a little bit more hanging out here because I do want it to just look more natural and beachy instead of like extremely curled. And then I'll just pick up whatever other pieces are not curled yet, just kind of add that in. You can see that it's starting to like bunch together, which is okay. I don't want the curls to be going inwards. If it's so close to my face, I want it to be outwards, and it should be the same on this side. I wouldn't want it to come inwards. I would want it to be curled outwards, and then I can start inward, outward from there. But these front few ones, I definitely want them to be curled. away from my face. So they still look really tight right now. The curls are really tight curls. I'm going to let them cool and dry before I kind of run my fingers through them and brush them out. That'll be like the very last step of this process. So this whole side is curled now. I'm going to just go ahead and bring my left side to the front and bring the curls to the back. That's normally what I do. And then of course you can just kind of pin them back if you want to as well. And I'm going to go ahead and start on this side. I find that it's easier to start from the back and then come to the front. So I'm just going to pick a random piece from the back. And again, I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to curl one of the curls outward, one of the curls inward, just so it's coming in and out away from my face. And that just creates, again, that voluminous beachy waves that we're looking for. So I'm going to do the same thing, kind of put it in palm of my hand and just press it up and let it cool a little bit so that curl just kind of secures itself. And then there we go. I'm just going to continue and do the rest of this side of my hair. Okay guys, so all of my hair is curled right now, both sides, and I'm just going to let this side kind of cool down a little bit and let the curls hold. I'm just going to slowly run my fingers through this side just because I know it's been curled longer. There's a little bit of like frizz up here. I just like to kind of run my fingers through it because some of these curls are still really tight. So once I run them through, they look a little bit more loose and beachy, which is what I'm going for. And then the reason I held like the end pieces out a little bit while I was curling my hair is because it does give this nice little effect at the bottom. You see how it's curled all the way up top and then it looks a little bit more relaxed. I really like that look. I feel like it's just much more casual and it just gives like a little bit of definition to the curls, so I like that a lot. And then this side should be cooling down, so I'm going to slowly run my fingers through the ends over here as well. And then the only other thing that I use is this coconut oil formula. I think I got this at Target. It's from Palmer's, so I'm sure you can find it at like Target or Walmart, any of those drugstores. And it's called a hair milk smoothie for dry, damaged, or color treated hair. And my hair is all three of those. This is kind of like it's more of a cream. It looks actually like a lotion. That's what it looks like. I just take the tiniest little bit and just massage it into my fingers like this. Just the tips of my fingers, and I just like to use that. So you see how I have some frizz just kind of sticking out up at the top. That's just really normal for my hair. It's like thick and it just always does that. So I like to focus it on the bottom because I do want it to look nice and shiny and I don't want it to look too oily up there. But I will bring it up a little bit just to run my fingers through it and help it add a little bit more shine and then decrease some of that frizz that's up there. So I just kind of part it like that. Run my fingers through the rest of it. It sometimes gets frizzy like right here, and then I just kind of run my fingers through that so it just kind of blends in together. And that's pretty much it. You can kind of see that some of the curls are facing away from my face and some of them are facing inwards, and that just creates a more voluminous effect. It looks like it's thicker, it looks like there's more hair, rather than all curls facing the same way. It would just like turn into one big curl. I used to do that a lot too, and I would just have like pretty much two big curls because they would all be going in the same direction. But I like this when I'm going for a more beachy look. If I'm going out in the summer or if I'm actually going to the beach, I always opt for this look. So if you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more hair tutorials, I would love to make them for you guys. So let me know if you recreate this or you've been doing this at home on your own. I would love to see what you look like in beachy waves as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I will catch you guys at the next video. Bye!